Hey guys, OGalbina here, bringing you guys our next Draft League Twitter discussion. Today we have a pretty fun one and we have a lot of responses, so we're going to jump right into it. We are going to be asking what is either the luckiest or unluckiest you have ever got in a Draft League game. I was originally going to find my replay where it was like it was a bracket game in a bigger tournament that I was playing in the beginning of Gen 8. And they just got astronomically unlucky. The unluckiest I've ever gotten, but I didn't want to scour for it, mostly because I don't want to highlight my game, because there's so many responses on this tweet, and I want to try and get through all of them. We're going to go through the games very, very quickly. The ones I know kind of what happens, we're just going to talk about rapid fire, and otherwise I'm going to try and skip to the parts where there are hacks, or zoom through the games on hyper fast, because there's so many, and I want to get to everybody today. So if you guys do enjoy today's Draft League Twitter discussion video, be sure to drop a like on the video, as well as subscribe to the channel. We're on our way to 2K subs, and I'd appreciate it a ton if you help me out along that goal. And yeah, with that being said, we can jump into it with our first one, which is going to be our good friend John Jr. here. Oh, sorry. This is going to be an absolute pain to kind of navigate and things like that. But first up, we have John here saying the single unluckiest game in Pokemon history, and I accept no other answers. I know exactly what John's talking about. And this is a game we can definitely play on kind of like 2 times speed. This is back in PGP, back in 2020. Which was kind of like a team tournament for different leagues to go up against each other. And this was John playing for NCP, playing against Playmaker for TBL. And backstory from what I know, Playmaker is very much so known for like Jirachi Kiss, like hoping to cheese through people as like the game plan. Plus like Umbreon, and things like that. So if you look at John's team, he's honestly not even the weakest to something like a Togekiss or anything like that. Between Shelly, Tox, Weavile, like his team doesn't really struggle with a lot on paper, but we can go ahead and jump into it. I'm going to throw this on hyper fast, and we're just going to watch the flinches unfold as we see a Psychic come out right here, a Thunder Wave staying in on the Celesteela, which is astronomically crazy. Oh my gosh, I'm not even showing the replay, am I? Oh, I am. Okay, we're good. Staying in immediately, getting paired, so this already going great for John. Blue Flare Burn, oh my goodness. E-Ball Pivot, good pivot by John. Scouting, getting the grass knot off on the Seismitoad, picking it off, but in exchange for rocks. Now let's see. He's just going for it. And this is a lesson that just because something is working doesn't mean it was good. As this is just a full display of like getting bailed. I don't know. Absolutely brutal. He finally makes the pivot out here, which makes a lot more sense. He's going to Mega into the Stoice, get rid of the rocks for the rest of the game, which is awesome. Now we're going to see more air slashes. He misses the Leech, which is insane to see. He leeches on the Scizor coming in. So, I mean, it doesn't look like he really has much for the Selly, too, in all honesty. Like, he has the Teeny, obviously, but that is quite literally the only Pokemon he has on his team that can reliably switch in and, like, not even reliably switch in, that can actually break through this Pokemon. As it's just getting paired to shit. It's getting flinched to shit. Foul play Umbreon is the way if we're trying to break this thing right now. We see a Yawn, good pivot out by John. Triple Axel does a ridiculous amount. He pivots out on the Scizor coming in. Gets up rocks. So again, at least we're chipping things down going forward. Nope, defog. Like, I don't know, this game gets pretty darn bad, especially that early game with the flinches. Like, I quite simply do not understand how someone gets that many flinches and also is like so comfortable in staying in on the Selly. Like, hard Togekiss. Our Togekiss is crazy. He didn't name the Togekiss after himself. It's just, this is an astronomical game. I don't think I've seen John Jr. more upset in my life, and he gets upset at a lot of things, just like your boy. So, this one was really, really tough to see. Like, this is a really, really tough one to see. There's a Leech miss. Oh my goodness, John. Like, there's quite simply not much he can do. I mean, there's really not that many Pokemon that he has that can really do anything against us. Fire Blast, another Leech miss. Like, gets paired, just add insult to injury. It is just astronomical, this game. I don't know if I could play Pokemon Draft League ever again after this one. So, what a win to start off with. Looks like he was banded. This thing's gonna Psychic. It's not gonna kill, though, because he's not, Throat Spray or anything like that. And, John's gonna lose 3-0. That one was brutal. Absolutely brutal. Like, there's no other way of putting it. Okay, we can jump back in. Next we have Josh. Josh just says hi. he doesn't drop any replays, but Josh is the person I know. I've never seen a bigger freeze magnet in my life, which is weird because I don't think I've ever seen another one. But anytime they move Ice Punch, Ice Beam, or Freeze Ray click to get Josh, I think there's a 50% chance he's going to get frozen. That's at least how I interpreted this tweet. Now, he might be thinking of some other stuff, which that's fair. He's a pretty unlucky Draft League player from what I've seen, but the freezes in particular, I've seen people just go for Ice Punches in order to freeze Josh's mons because he just, I don't know, I don't know. It's really weird. Okay. Next up, we have Roki here saying, got OPS Focus Blast to hit, live the crit, got Spadef drop to activate Defiant, last ditch effort. Okay, wait, we gotta see this. Hold on. We're gonna zoom through this one. So this is Remaxow, I know that. So we're gonna go ahead and go forward. This is Gen 7 OU. So this is like a really old draft game. It's Acor versus Remaxow. This is a really old game. This is so old to where they weren't even playing on, what do you call it? On like a draft league tier or anything specific. So we're gonna kind of just zoom through this guy. Let's see. Defiant is gonna be that Empoleon. So anytime that we're gonna slow down anytime that Alakazam is in on the Empoleon. The DD Special Latios. What a demon. Sets up the Ice Beam does absolutely nothing, by the way. Spadef drop, we get the EQ off, which is nice. So it was mixed DD. Which is definitely cool. It's able to pick off the Incineroar. Now comes Bulu, you just take off your damage, which is nice. Oran Leech does kill, which is ridiculously strong, by the way. We're gonna go ahead, zoom forward a little bit. Toxic. Okay, it subs. So is this not Mega Zam? Okay, Empoleon versus Zam. Let's see it. Psychic. Spadef drop. Okay. We get the Defiant. Let's see it. Focus Blast. Chople. Crit. Or not even a crit. Lives. And then we we agility up. And we sweep with Double Dance Empoleon with the Defiant boost. You're kidding me. That's hella funny. I mean, there's not much you can do. He's trying to get Water Absorb back, like bait it, but oh, and then he gets the crit. I wonder if the crit mattered. I wonder if the crit actually mattered. That's crazy. Drill Peck too. Not even does it get Iron Head or does it get does it get Iron Head or is it only Steel Wing? That's crazy. Drill Peck and Empoleon just pulled up. Astronomical. Phenomenal win from Remaxow. Just absolutely incredible. Wow. At least there's a lucky one that kind of offsets the unlucky one. Okay. Next up, we have Bishmi here saying, literally almost every turn had the RNG go in my opponent's favor. Well, we're gonna try and skim through it. That seems not good. Let's see, though. Let's go ahead. Oh my gosh. Sorry, I have to, like, change my tabs all the time with these. Oh. I'm gonna have to move these this way. Let's go ahead and do it like this. Okay. We're gonna have to like adjust a bunch of stuff throughout the game. You know what? I don't think it's possible for me to do YouTube videos. YouTube videos seem really tough. So what I'm gonna do to shout out to people who like left YouTube videos in the comments, I'm gonna go ahead and link all of these videos in the description below. I'm going to link all the videos in the description below and go check them out. Go drop a sub to all the guys. I think everybody here is obviously, a YouTube creator and things like that, so you can check out the draft games. Go drop them a little love and things like that. I don't think I can viably watch their YouTube videos and get this video done in less than 5 hours because, let me tell you, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more replays to go through alone just to see the hacks in those, as well as reading off the Twitter things. So I'm not going to do the YouTube videos, but I'll link them in the description below. Go check out everybody those doing. Okay, next up we have Josh here saying, once lost a game after Latios got 2 crit Draco Meteors from my Assault Vest, Grudra, and Great Tusk. Luckiest I ever got was during an Iron Moth sweep when an opponent switched into Meowstic, but its Thunderwave missed, letting me clean house. The double crit on your AV mons is absolutely brutal. And it's crazy that like Grudra needs to be crit in order to die to a Draco. That's pretty wild to think in itself. But then like you get the -2 drop, you're like, okay, I'm good. Even if I stop the crit, I live one with a Tusk at -2, and I can revenge it with a knockoff, a Mega Horn, a Play Rough, whatever you have, and then they get another one. But I guess it kind of makes up. I feel like a Thunderwave miss isn't the craziest thing in the world. I feel like double crit is a little bit more unlucky than like the luckiness of a Thunderwave crit. So I think you more than so balance that out with your unlucky loss there. Next up, We have Captain Crinch here saying, I twice played a game where our opponent was not able to press a single move due to Shell Smash King's Rock Cloister. And there's 9 likes on this tweet and a lot of responses. This, ladies and gentlemen, is why that should never fucking be allowed. You should never allow the item King's Rock or any of those cheese items in your leagues for specific reasons like this. Like, insane. I don't see how leagues still do these things. They're pretty crazy. Unlucky in a funny way is next going to be from Tyler here. My buddy still won, but brought Blunder Policy, Zapdos, and connected 7 Hurricanes outside range and 2 Heat Waves, so it never activated. Let's see. I mean, like, is that unlucky or is that lucky? Let's see the Zapdos pop off a little bit, though. And, like, the Blunder Policy is crazy into the Manectric. I mean, it does pretty good offensively, too, once you, like, chip down the Heatran. And I guess Manectric isn't, like, a switch-in. But, like, Hurricane plus T-Bolt just kind of Hurricane, T-Bolt, Heat Wave, at least. Massacres pretty much everything on this team. So, go ahead and put it on Hyper Fast. Let's see if the Zapdos hit some buttons. We get the webs, Moonblast, and we get the webs in front of the Defogger, by the way. This guy comes out, we're gonna go out into an unknown Alola, and the defog once again just happens immediately. So the screens aren't really doing too hot for us right now, but we got the rocks, which is nice. Nightshade, or Earthquake, get off a little bit of chip. Mr. Prime is just the greatest Tapu Fini switch-in of all time, by the way. He's absolutely stopping anything this guy wants to go for. Even with the Slack Off, I didn't even know it got Slack Off, to be completely honest. We see a sub bulk up, and a Moonblast breaking the sub. Brave Bird picks it off. Leftovers. Sub bulk up into Zapdos is wild to see. Like, absolutely wild to see. Heat Wave to predict the Bronzong come in, then we roost up. Rock Slide does nothing. This Pokemon does not check Zapdos, by the way, unless it's Toxicking at the very least. And Roost actually scouted for that because of the Misty Terrain. But what? It's gonna get a Rocks. Good double into the Zapdos. What? Just Hurricane. Do 70,000%. No Roost, which is a little bit scary because if they stayed in just T-Bolt, probably put you at a range where you died to something coming in after. I mean, Zapdos in general goes crazy here, though. There's not really, like, much that, like, actually breaks it. But Zapdos, I mean, unlucky, but, like, also, this is just, like, smashing him. Like, he's not able to do anything. Oh, a guy like me would have roosted on that Protect, though. Guy like me would have roosted on the Tech. Oh, we got the Spike, which is also crazy to see. He said, I want the Spike for later. I'd beat a Sludge Bomb poison if you live. Like, absolutely crazy. He just had nothing for it. Cool to see Mega Pinsir pop off. Look at this. Oh, Mega Pinsir clean up. There you go. Attaboy. So, I mean, unlucky, but would you call it unlucky? Because I don't think you needed to miss. I think hitting the moves was actually probably a little bit nicer in that instance, so. Next up, we have Davion. Okay, we can watch this one, because it's right at 23:10 is the craziest luck I've ever had. It was a quarterfinals match, too. Okay, we will watch this one, because he gives me a timestamp of what exactly happens. I'll still link in the description below, but we will, we'll still check it out regardless. Okay, so let's see. 23:10. It looks like 4 years ago. This is an old Davion. It's an IBA video. Jeez. Alright, we're gonna start at 22:51. Just so I can kind of, like, see what happens to an extent, you know? Okay. We're gonna make this a little bit smaller. Oh, and it's on April Fool's Day! Oh, how fire. I love it. Alright. What happened? Was that a... What move did I see clicked? What move did I see clicked?
Have it, though? No Intimidate, obviously. No, it doesn't kill! Okay, I need the highest roll known to man right now.
Oh, it said Fissure. I was so confused. It said Fissure because of, like, the April Fools probably at the time. They're like, haha, it's Fissure. It was Earthquake. He clicked Earthquake. Alright, we're good. So, Harryama lives. Kills. Davion's not happy. Alright, let's see 23:10. 1%. Okay. Oh, GG. Zen, he locks. GG. Oh, this Manaphy's at full. You gonna flinch it down?
And get a Super K here? It's a GG.
Okay.
Oh, wait!
Terra? Full pair? Oh my god, I thought he was gonna get the Zen headbutt flinch. So, not only did he hit the Bolt Strike and obviously get the para, but he also won that speed tie, presumably, which is also super tough. On one, what a tough way to lose it, right? What an absolutely tough way to lose it. Also, that Hariyama had to not be Bullet Punch. or fake out. If it was fake out, he also could have switched out and just faked out and been completely fine that way too. So no fake out, no bullet punch, had to win the speed tie, had to get the para, had to get the full para. Like, that's 5 different, like, independent events that did not seem super likely. So, whoa, that is brutal, my friend. Brutal for your opponent. It's pretty fire for you, but I don't know. Man, if he looks a little stupid, you kind of deserve to get parried there. But that was tough for sure. But I'll link all these videos down in the description below, regardless. Okay, now we have my good friend Kirby. Saying, I've played a lot of drafts, so this probably isn't the unluckiest I've been, but this is the one that hurt the most in recent memory, at least. I think you know exactly what game this is before you even open it. I do, because I see Smog Tours and Gen 9. So for those of you who don't know, because he hasn't uploaded a video on it yet, even though he should have uploaded a video on it, is going to be, Kurt had a phenomenal Smog Tour run. He made, I think it was at least top 16, it might have been top 8. Absolutely killed it. Played so well in the tournament. And was going up against CBB of all people in, what do you call it? It was either top 8 or top 16, one of these two right here. And Kurt's luck in this game, spoilers for if he ever does do a video, it was really sad. We can go ahead, we're gonna like zoom through the game, really fast. We don't need to go very slow on this one and super analyze it, because, you know, Kurt might end up uploading a video on it one day, maybe once. But we'll go ahead and skip through it. Again, pretty cool matchup. I know Kurt was super excited to play CBB too. Like, he was absolutely juiced. And it's cool to play, like, you know, a competitive Pokemon Legend in such a high stakes tournament. We super grinded this build, did a ton of mocks, a ton of theory crafting, and he had a pretty fun and solid squad. I'm gonna go ahead and put it on hyper fast. Good lead into the Chomp, gets an immediate spike up, makes a nice double out, or makes a nice pivot out. He isn't spin too, which is also good to know. Is like CB ends up being like this weird, like, grass knot, like, very defensive, what do you call it, Sap Super Azumarill, but it ends up working out. Ends up getting a Reflect. This guy comes out, Earth Power, that's fine. Will-O-Wisp, that's also fine. Again, Kurt's in a pretty good spot right now. Coronation comes out. I'm pretty sure Crunch might have even done more. Maybe he would have forced Helmet Chip, but not the biggest deal in the world. He just axed off. I don't know, it wasn't even Helmet, so yeah. Palafin comes out. Now it's gonna Terra Normal into Terra Ghost. He Boombird. Look at the what do you call it? The sick tech going on right now. As he does, Kurt like hard predicted Terra Water too right there, which is also pretty crazy. So Kurt's in a good spot right now, right? Like, in a really good spot. He's got 3 spikes up. He's still got his Meowscarada. He still has a full health, what do you call it, mixed Palafin that goes crazy in this endgame with like Jet Punch plus Boom Burst. He still has his Meow. He still has his Dozo. Still has his, what do you call it? And there's 3 spikes up on this other side. So he's in a pretty okay spot right now. Gets rid of the Shenpao basically right there. He's able to kind of chip down this guy with a Surf. So he was special, completely special, which is awesome. Now, this is where it gets unfortunate right here. I kind of just skip past it, unfortunately. So, the, what do you call it, comes out. He sacks off Dozo to keep it because the, what do you call it, the Palfin's still incredible in this endgame. It actually just wins the game with the 3 spikes up. Like, it just wins the game with Jet Punch, pretty soon here. He sacks off the Dozo. Out comes Meowscarada, which lives any hit and gets a KO here. There's absolutely nothing he can do to stop Meowscarada from getting a KO here. He just clicks knockoff, and he's like pretty okay. He clicks Flower Trick as well. Like, both work, because like he knocks this thing off, then he kills with Palafin. He, what do you call it, Flower Tricks. He obviously kills this thing. So he's in a good spot. CBB clicks like a Scarf Thunderbolt here, which does a lot of damage, but only 36. He lives. He gets parried and full parried into another Thunderbolt kill, which is absolutely brutal. Because you see, if that thing stayed in, took any hit, it died to that Jet Punch. Kurt needed a crit right there, and he, you know, swept the This plus Gengar pretty easily, actually. This thing's gonna go down to a Thunderbolt, and so is the Gengar because it's Scarf, and Kurt's gonna lose a game. Like, absolutely brutal. I mean, the turn before, you can see, CB says, big shame I threw this, GG, and then gets the crit, gets the para, full para, and says, never mind, Rob. So this one would hurt for Kurt. I felt really bad. I know he wasn't super upset, like, after, at least not as upset as I thought he would be, but, like, mostly because, like, he knows he played well, which he did play well, obviously, but it is really tough to see something like that go down when you know, grind so hard for a matchup, so. Yeah, big shouts to Kurt for that one. That was a tough day in Goons for sure. Next up is Joe Carlino here, aka Talonmaster J. Talking about a game against him versus JV was luckiest for me, and probably why JV apparently will never draft Kling Flang again, which is interesting. I'm gonna go ahead and link in the description below. Go check him out. Go watch his video. Go show Joe some love. He's an awesome guy. Then we have Lars. How close are we to the bottom? Getting okay. Never allow Meloetta, Pirouette, and Radical Red. That shit's dumb. If you plug this into this replay in the analyzer, it'll say -9 luck on my part. A normal luck stat is between 0 and 1.5. In hindsight, super fun game to look back on too. So this must be a Radical Red format. And there's like a replay analyzer for Draft League for like help with stats and stuff like that. Let's switch to Lars's side. There's like a replay analyzer for Draft as well, which is like, you know, helps you get stats, stuff like that, but also like kind of account like how luck is for these things. This is you could tell it's a Radical Red league too, because you got the cast form here that sets up any weather with the rockets holding. You got Love Disc on the other side, which I think is probably like Loki and Demon in Draft, and then like Hurricane Noivern, and like this is the most interesting rain team I've ever seen. Meloetta Pirouette sounds absolutely phenomenal too, like when you can just be whatever you want. We're gonna go on hyper fast though, again, try and watch this game. I have no idea what happens in it, so we'll see. So we just see flip turn from it, forecast comes out, we knock off the damper rock. Does that mean it's useless now? Does that mean it can never set rain again? Bone Rain comes out as the feed picks off the thing. Forecast just at least changes weather there. Yeah, but it can never set up the rain again, so that's crazy. Meteor Beam, crit. Oh, goodness. That's not Pog. Sludge Wave picks it off. It's special attack boosting though, so you're good. Only 2 hits with the Bullet Seed, which is also brutal. So down goes the Sceptile. Bulking up. Earthquakes here. Toxic Hurricane Mist, which is nice. Oh, another Hurricane Mist. Oh, dude, you're getting lucky. That's crazy. Oh, this guy's getting mad. Oh, and another Hurricane Mist. Wait, Lars, did you get unlucky? Bullet Punch kills this thing. Wait, it just killed that from full? What? I think it's like part fairy in that game, but what? It killed from full? Out comes the bulk up Mellow. He goes out into the muds. Body Slam. Para. Okay, we are Helmet. Rock Slide Flinch. Oh, he's going for it. Rock Slide Flinch. No! No way. Dude, you need so many of these too. What? There's no way that just happened. That was the craziest shit I've ever seen in my life. U-turn. Okay, Flinch. Is this Serene Grace? It has to be Serene Grace, right? Yeah, it is. Oh my god. He gets a body slam and loses psychic. This is getting flinched down. There's nothing you could do. Bullet Punch doesn't kill. You get to bait the CC out. Oh no, dude. That's insane. Yeah, not only did he get every single flinch. I can't. That was fucking wild. That was absolutely wild. How many flinches were there? We're gonna count. We're gonna count how many flinches happened there. Dude was just reserved. He's like, fuck it, I'm winning now. I've decided. Okay, pair. So there's the pair. Okay, pair 1, 2. I'm counting pairs 2. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10? Okay. We're at 10 right now. The game's not over, by the way, guys. 11. 12. Okay, we're at 12. I think I'm one. 13. Okay, we're at 13. We're at 13. 14. 14. 14! I would break my monitor. I would break it. It would be broken. It would be absolutely broken. There's no shot. There is no shot. Next up we have Gohan here saying hacks went both ways, but this one really speaks for itself. So fun fact about this game, not only Gohan submit this, I think he's obviously playing in this game. It's a DPL game from this season. But Kaz on Discord in Goons, he actually like saw the tweet and he didn't like respond to the tweet, but he pinged me with this replay without like looking at the responses, saying this one. So this one has to be a big one. He has to be a big guy because this is and this is on like, you know, the highest stage 4 draft league right now in DPL. So like for it to be this hacksy, I don't know. I will say the other guy has Hisuian Electrode, who is just my boy. I absolutely love that guy. So maybe he deserves the hacks that he gets. I'm assuming, from what I heard, it's Gohan getting cheesed and hacked out. So, but he does say hacks goes both ways. So we'll see. Maybe there's just a lot of hacks. So we're just gonna watch. Again, we're not analyzing this. No scout. We're not analyzing this as I pause it subconsciously, because I'm like, I have to analyze that turn. Did not scout for Scarf and just let my boy die to Scarf Overheat turn 1, which is pretty tough, but not the biggest deal in the world. Torn comes out and does Torn things where he always pivots and does whatever he wants forever. Hard Hariyama or Iron Hands because he has 8,000 Fizz Def apparently. T-Spike goes up, which is annoying, but we get up rocks. Nice little nasty plot and some grass knotting action, but Stone Edge actually picks it off, which is pretty darn cool. Aqua Step, Terra Flying Torn does a ton with Bleak Wind. Oh my goodness. That's crazy damage. He gets a speed drop here. We don't get off a Rapid Spin. We get off a T-Spike instead? Or no, that was the Gengar. Hold up. What happened? What did it click? No, try to spin. Okay, yeah. Try to get off the spin. Didn't work. Out comes Team Lusky. It gets up more spikes. There's so many spikes up right now. Gen 9 moment. We just close combat, pick off the Ting Lu, which is dope. Out comes Quack. It clicks Bulk Up. Missed the Bleak Wind. Missed another Bleak Wind because it didn't even outspeed. Oh, that's fucking brutal. Hold on. So this is like a super fat Quack. Aqua Step, misses, gets the Moxie. Out comes Tauros. Close combat crits and fucking kills it from there, which is also wild. Out comes Baxcalibur, Terra Ghost, Terra Blast. Bulldoze comes out, slows this thing down. Wait, but then he gets the disable from the Gengar, so now he can't just spam Bulldoze and keep this thing slow. That's fucking brutal too. You're kidding. He volts out into the Volcarona, misses Overheat, which is out into the Tauros Paldea. Just he goes for Crash there, misses. Thunder Punch only does 35, no para. Oh, are you kidding me, Owen? I'm ass. Hold on. So, not only do we have this shit for with Quack, we have this Baxcalibur just doing whatever he wants because of that Curse Body, too. No more Bulldoze, and he said, this is my out. This is what I'm doing. He misses the Overheat, kills that thing, misses the Crash, Thunder Punch pops, Crash flinches. No, because Crash would have put another, what do you call it? Thunder Punch would have put this thing in range of the Fortress. That's brutal. Yeah, I would have put it in range of the Iron Head. That's fucking crazy. That was indeed a game of all time. So, not only so we have the Quack setting up like a Bulk Up, Aqua Step because a Bleak Wind misses. Then we have the Backs come in. It was able to set up on the Fortress because the Bulldoze getting, missed. He goes into the Volcarona, tries to get off Overheat chip, misses, so he doesn't get off the Overheat chip. Goes out into the Hariyama afterwards. Or no, did he go into Tauros? What happened with the Tauros? It just died. He just went into it getting into him, which is fair. And obviously he would have just gotten the chip he needed otherwise. And then he goes into this, gets flinched by Crash, dies, which would have put him in range of this. So either the Overheat hitting or the second Thunder Punch hitting would have put this thing in range too. So that's fucking brutal. That is absolutely crazy, especially on, again, like a high stage like that. That has to be absolutely gut-wrenching. Okay, next up we have Trexo here saying our BBR game was probably the most unlucky due to the impact of the crits had. Most lucky was playing SVU quarterfinals against win. In order to win, I need to get a discharge para, full para, and a roll if I remember right. I remember our BBR game was pretty unfortunate going into playoffs. But I don't remember the SVU quarters. I was in that league. I don't even remember that happening. You needed discharge para, full para, into a roll. I wonder what the roll was too, because the roll, I very seldom count like rolls as hacks unless it's like astronomically in someone's favor to live a hit or to die. Whichever side of the spectrum there. Unless it's astronomically insane. I can't say that, like, rolls are crazy. Like, I've seen some people complain about, like, 60-40 rolls. Like, no, bro, you just lost a dice roll, or you just lost a coin flip. Like, I don't necessarily count that. Even, like, 70-30 is tough. That's, like, because if you're saying a 70-30 roll is, like, you know, hacks, then you're saying scald burns are hacks. You know what I mean? Maybe if you get multiple in a row, but I don't know. So it depends on the roll, if it's, like, super hacksy in your favor or not, but, I don't know. I actually don't remember the game. I would have to go back and watch it to know. Next up is Addison here saying, unluckiest streak for me was probably when I lost back-to-back playoff games for UPBA and SCP, both off of a late-game crit knocking out my defensive win condition. One is rough, but two back-to-back after 2 long seasons is just a pain. Playoff cheese hits different because, again, if it's a regular season game, you're like, okay, I can bounce back. You know, I have next week. I can still make playoffs. I'm still in playoffs, whatever. But when, like, your whole season's on the line and you get cheese like that, it's absolutely brutal, much less it happening twice in 1 week. I feel like I remember this time frame, this time period, so that's pretty brutal. Next up, we have Sandy Simmies here saying, my opponent missed 2 Draco Meteors in a row against my Mega, versus my Mega absolutely... Wait, against my Mega absolutely once. For unlucky, I maybe just saying I got lucky because I dodged, they missed 2 Dracos. For unlucky, I missed a playoff from finals that cost me a massive sector. See, again, we just talked about playoffs sucking. Finals is even worse. It's your last game of the season. You really want to finish out, win that championship, and that ends up happening is absolutely brutal. Next up, we have Thriller here saying, okay, so the context why I felt lucky with matches, I made risks that paid off and got lucky with some non-hacks, getting a crit and being lucky that my opponent didn't bring a certain set versus my team. It's also before Scarlet Vedro. I mean, can you count making a read as hacks, though? Or, like, your opponent not bringing something you were scared of as hacks? I don't know if that's hacks. You know what I mean? Let's see. Let's watch the game. I'm gonna try and find some cheese here. I was looking for cheese, Mr. Thriller. Not you playing well. This ain't you plugging yourself. Scald. We get a Thunderwave pair immediately. Okay. Crunch. Doesn't kill. Out of the thing. Throws off a Leaf Storm. Goes out a Dragapult with the eject pack. Sets up a sub. Okay. A little nasty. I see you. We Wisp it. It throws off another Thunderwave. We flip turn out. Go out into the Landorus. Psychic. And don't to it KO. As it's probably AV. Hex picks it off. He subs up on a Roost. So good sub on a Roost Scout for the Roost. Is getting a little bit low. This guy, what? You sub again. Oh, there's... See, that's a big one. That's a pretty big crit. You Wisp the, what do you call it? Aerodactyl. Live the Pursuit into another Pursuit because of it. Get off a ton of damage, which is insane value. Live a dual Wing Beat because of it. There you go. I mean, like... The Togekiss was a little bit lucky, but, especially because it let you set up that Aerodactyl, but this is like the hackiest game in the world. As this thing now just probably wins if it's a physical teeny. He's gonna try and flinch you down, but it's quite simply not going to work. Yeah, this is gonna go down. Toad comes down, it Earth Powers, you just always Body Press, no reason to play around it. V-Create, Body Press does 87 million, and use 1v3 the last 3, which is cool. So yeah, I wouldn't say you got, like, overwhelmingly lucky. You know what I mean? I feel like you definitely got lucky with that crit. But there's not much you could do other than that. I don't know. It wasn't like... I feel like some of these games have been bad. You got one lucky crit, which is nice. But again, if you boosted, you could have always, like, you know, subbed the turn after, pivoted out, things like that. Like, it didn't, like, absolutely change the game. You know what I mean? Next up, we have Fabio here saying, I don't have the grid replay, but I got 5 full pairs in a row. So I lost, I got 5 full paired in a row, so I lost to a DD Kyurem with only Icicle Spear as an attacking move against my Empoleon that was paralyzed. That's brutal. Now, if it was like a sub DD Kyurem, it probably could have... it depends. It depends. Because, like, if you're, like, Flash Cannon to break sub, you have to also be Toxic to catch him on a Roost turn. Otherwise, that set can actually probably just, like, pressure stall you out of your Flash Cannons, and if you can't break it sub and it's sub DD, then that's tough. And I'm assuming if they're mono Icicle Spear, they're sub DD Icicle Crash Roost. But obviously 5 full pairs in a row, letting that Kyurem set up and break 3 that way is pretty damn brutal. Next up we have Dashing Sceptile here saying this is the unluckiest game I've ever played. I don't know what to say, the image says it all. Okay, oops, I accidentally clicked on the replay when I literally have it over here in my other tab. Hold up. Bam! Okay. I'll watch it from Dashing side. He has the Basculegion, Big Demon. And he's playing... No Basculegion Rain, though, which is also interesting. And there's a Kilowattrel on the other team, who's, like, the static sprite is the lamest sprite I've ever seen. Okay, let's go ahead. Go hyper fast. Bam. Okay. Let's see. Darkrai, he misses a Hypnosis. That's not unlucky, because you ran Hypnosis. He just close combats again, sets up a sub on this thing, dodges the Hurricane, sets up a Swords Dance. Oh, okay. Fire Punch. That's cool. Yeah, now it wins. That's pretty brutal. You... Thunder Wave. Why did they Thunder Wave? Nope. I don't feel bad about that play. That was terrible. In what universe are you Thunder Waving for? How many times does this thing click CC? 3 times? Okay. Okay, hold on. I gotta find this game so I can be next to it with the calc. Okay, so we have a Blaziken. Unless this doesn't kill, which would be insane if it doesn't kill. No, it kills. Yeah, it kills. Nope, you shouldn't have Thunder Wave. Why'd you Thunder... Also, you're like banging on a Thunder Wave or like a para after that. You might as well just... If you live the Fire Punch, why in the world would you not fucking Moonblast? I don't get that. That is astronaut. That's crazy. Also, you gotta go into this a little bit earlier than the Garchomp. But, no, I mean, I guess you need to bait the -3. But yeah, you go for Moonblast. Especially because, like, sub, you know, they click this and then they die. Also, that could have been Unaware Clef, but we just decided it wasn't going to be in prep. For the sub-SD Blaziken that could not break through it with Fire Punch. Big Rock Blast. What do you call it? We didn't close combat and kill it for some reason, too. But yeah, that was brutal. I feel bad for them. They were probably just super tilted, but they probably shouldn't have Thunder Waved, in that instance. That was a Pokemon game of all time. I quite simply do not know what to say. I would be pissed if I was your opponent, though. That was fucking brutal. Like, absolutely brutal. Okay, let's see. Where are we at? Alright, next up, we have Razor. Razor wanted to hit me with the Rambat replay. Said, it's not Draft League, but this has to be the most bullshit game I've ever had to deal with. This better be crazy, because I said Draft League game, so if this is the craziest, Rambat replay of all time, we're gonna have beef, alright? We'll watch it from Razor's side. Are we there? Did we do the right thing? We didn't. Hold on. Bam. Okay. Go ahead and watch it. BM, Swords Dance, Dynamax. Oh, it's Gen 8. I didn't even realize. Okay, so we get a crit. Max Darkness. Lives. Sets up Trick Room, but the hail. No! Okay, we max guard. Moonblast. Mirror Armor. Drops the special attack. Out to Zekrom. How you lose this? Ice Punch. Okay. Dynamax Freeze. It's gonna happen. Oh, no. Okay, so we knock it out. Out comes Zekrom with its Mold Breaker to kill the thing, so they didn't even know that. Earthquake kills. Go on to this. Calm Mind. Rapid Spin. Oh, there's the freeze. I was gonna say, there's the freeze. It's gonna freeze it down. Yeah, you can feel it in my bones. My inner Ultra Player Sense came out. Oh, there's another freeze. Pretty pog. Oh, there. Mr. Rhyme just pulled up and put the Schmeat down, and then he gets the third one. That's crazy. That's crazy. Random name on Showdown pulled up and got triple freeze to win the game after he did not know how Mold Breaker worked. That's crazy. Okay, and then lastly, we have Banette Bandit here saying, oh, sorry, there's Shadow Glade here too, saying, so beyond the intro moments, my opponent's missing twice to somehow cost me the game. A Specs Hurricane killed Wo-Chan, giving Dragonite safe switching, but once it missed, Wo-Chan killed, making Dragonite unable to safely set up. That is brutal. I've actually had things like that happen before. You're like, I want to sack this, and then something doesn't kill it, and you're like, wait, no, I needed this to die. And then you lose. And then lastly, we have Banette Bandit here. Last turn, 3 turns, still haunt me. Let's see the last 3 turns haunt him. Okay. Where is he at? Banette Bandit against 3 Arcade. He played in BBR. I played against him week 1 of last season. When was this? It was like a year ago, or 2 years ago. That was hell long ago. This is Gen 8. Okay. Galardex draft. So we're gonna go on fast here. See how the game plays out a little bit. Parting Shot, gets up rocks, spin him away, U-turn out, just Life Orb U-turn. Uh-oh. Get up rocks, Earthquake. Double Edge, Demon. Okay. Iron Head out, big crit. Earthquake eats the Shuka, so popping the Shuka's big. Rock Polish. Out comes a Starmie. It's Scarf and faster, but they flip turn. What? Wait. Outrage. You are Outrage? por qué? For why? I guess like to hit the Hydra, but can you ever lock that? That's crazy. Now you get walled by the Pokemon you wall. That's also a quick attack, Tapu Koko. What is this game? Okay, how close are we to the end? We're in agility, meteor mash. Okay, thunder. Got the quick attack chip off, baby. Huge. Zen headbutt. Get the knockoff. Okay. Get our crits up. Draco. Wait. Why didn't you Draco? Oh, you weren't Scope Lens. You did Draco. You weren't Scope Lens. It was Knock. Okay, I thought you clicked like fucking Surf or something. I was so confused. I was like, wait, what? Okay, we're good. Feromity sits here. Oh, we froze. We set up a light screen. You should have just wished. Oh no. That's crazy. That's pretty tough. The freeze into the ice beam into the crit. Wait, that was triple crit. That was crit ice beam, light screen, crit ice beam, freeze, crit ice beam. The last one didn't matter as much, and even the second one didn't matter as much. But like 3 crits into the freeze is pretty damn wild. But what a way to end it off. This video took years off my life. It was very stressful. There's a lot of them. I'll try to remember to link all the videos that were dropped. Again, drop a sub. Let me know down in the comments what the most lucky or unlucky you've ever gotten in a Draft League game is. And let me know ideas you want for the next Draft League Twitter discussion question. And yeah, that being said, I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.